Regarding my foil and board choice, I do ride quite a big foil. It's a 1100 square cm foil. So that's a big front wing that allows me to have a very good low end speed on that front wing. The longer fuselage, a 90 cm fuselage, is giving me the pivot control and pivot stability. Personally, I ride the setup so the front wing is quite far forward, above, like the mast above, or even in the front of the foot straps. Like this, you can just have a better stall speed and like almost stand still without dropping down on the foil. Also, a reason that really helps regarding this is riding the mast space all the way back. Like me, I'm on number 1 here, so with a very short distance to your foot straps. Obviously, this makes it hard to ride on the foil, but doing tricks like carving 360s, downwind 360s, you can almost stand still and turn in one place. So that's the way I ride my setup, and I like it the most. You can rig the sail according to printed numbers. They do work best for me and most of you. About the boom height, I obviously prefer to ride it not too high in foiling, so that helps me as well with putting the pressure point lower and increasing the control. If you're too low, then you won't get this light feeling and the board won't fly as easy. So I do ride like a, I would say, shoulder high boom. It depends a bit. When I'm overpowered, I'm putting it lower. When I'm underpowered, I'm putting it a bit higher. About the harness length, I'm using 32s, so quite a long harness. Like this, the sail is more upright and it catches more wind as well. About positioning the harness lines, that's very individual, and I'm actually constantly changing it. So I do have my harness lines not too tight at the beginning of the session, so I can swap a little bit around and find my prime position. Every rider should do this on his own. So I'm also recommending it, do not putting it too tight together. So like a good handful in between, that gives me the best and most direct sail control. I do like the uphaul line. I know people hating on the uphaul line, but in foiling you crash so much in lighter winds, and just to get the rig up as quick as possible, it's useful. And I mean, it's not really annoying. It's perfectly hidden inside the mast sleeve. Yeah, that's fine. And then regarding the trim of the sail, the foil free comes with almost no loose leech. So it's a very flat profile, I would say, with a low deep end and a baggy profile in the lower end. So that gets you going in almost no wind with almost no sail power very early. Regarding the batten tension, it's a good point. That's a 4-batten sail. Usually it's always nicer to have a lot of tension on the battens. Personally, I prefer having not too much tension on the lower 2. That gives a little bit more delay to the sail doing ducks or duck tacks or whatever. So that's how you can tune the batten on your sail. What would change if you would give a bit more loose leech to the sail? It would be a little bit more forgiving. So in very gusty conditions, you could add a bit more loose leech and it would probably release a bit in the top. Personally, I'm riding it flat with not too much boom tension. Like this, it's a really balloony, baggy sail that gets me up in 12 knots flying on the foil. If the wind does increase, obviously you can pull like 2 cm more to the back and the sail will be very flat, but nervous as well. So rather take a smaller size at that point. Cool! Enjoy the sail and see you on the water.